your way. Adrenaline.
Energy, a hard explosion. All I need, adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Never stop till it's in my mind. Find your way, adrenaline.
Alright, so this is one of my most involved builds yet, so I had to whip out the mic just this once. Also, disclaimer, I am not recommending you play this build, okay? I'm not responsible. I just want to show off some of the mechanics, you know, and hopefully bounce off some ideas off you guys, alright? So this build is a kind of a amalgamation of a ton of the cool mechanics that I've wanted to mess with over the leagues. It's a Tri-herald, tri-ailment, triple explode, quad 5-link, cold conversion, Marohi Erqi, melee Autobomber. So I've always been enamored with the Autobomber playstyle since I was a noob. You know, the Alberon hooves, and I especially remember I saw this clip of this guy with the old Vaal shell, and he just ripped right through a Mino map with the VMS going off. and he walked right up to Mino, exploded his nutsack, and I was like, holy shit, that's what I want to play. First of all, the whole thing starts with this bad boy. Marohi gets nutty flat damage with the crucible tree. There's a lot of other good mods, but I made this strictly for flat damage for the battle mage BB, which kind of sucked ass. Now, how to leverage the flat indicate the terrible attack speed. I chose Vaal EQ, so you can just attack once and run. However, there is a problem, right? But the thing is, Vaal EQ actually doesn't snapshot, and in this case, we can use it to our advantage. So the solution? Yes, weapon swapping. Alright, hear me out, don't close the video, okay? You do it once every 20 seconds. And it's switch, hit, switch back. It's 3 actions every 20 seconds. It's not that bad. Trust me. As for actually dealing damage, the Vaal EQ shockwaves actually have pretty high damage, but since we are stretching out the duration, they are pretty infrequent. Steps are not good damage. They do scale with move speed, but at some level of move speed, they actually become less frequent, kind of like a Cox CDR situation. So the supplement, we go Shockwave. That's what's dealing the most damage. And in this other 6th link, we have Frozen Legion to throw on bosses, and a charge dash to get you started on souls. I was actually going to do a charge dash build, but there's this animation lock where you can't attack again after a charge, but you can still move, so it's kind of weird. Now for the explosions. This is my favorite part. Alright, first of all, I'm using Inpulsa with full cold conversion. How? Yoke lets us shock, and for the spread, this brings us to the crux of the build, the Fury of Nature Drools. Alright, 20 radius spread of shock, chill, freeze, and also brittle with the Hatred Sublime Vision. This means Herald of Ice and Inpulsa explosions have 6 base crit, and all these ailments are at full because Fury of Nature also gives 100% more ailment effect. And this also means we're getting full value out of Heat Shiver always. Also, check out this sick double Karat. God damn. Gives Herald of Ice like 30% more damage. Otherwise, I have the classic AoE mediums. I'm not using the 2-hand clusters, which would be more damage, but Sadist and Storm Rider are still crazy value. LE version Mastery, this is huge. I have no Fresh reductions on this build, so it's like pretty much 1/4 chance to do 3 times damage. And on extra res, it's like way more. Oh yeah, these gloves were a bitch to make. It's legitimately like a 7 mod item. These temple mods are insane. Pretty much the highest value single affix in the game. Also, the soul gain prevention veiled mods are pretty sick, but I couldn't find a way to fit them in. And for speed, Pathfinder carries Death Rush, Blue Boots, Torrents. And check out this thing: CDR, Duration, Hatred, Recovery, like 3 diff. Also, perks of running a running build. Phase run is like 100% uptime. Finally, for defense, you're a softcore, forget about it. Actually though, Pathfinder carries again. Petrified Blood is pretty much 40% more health straight up, and I can't use auras anyways. And softcore players, in my opinion, should never cap suppress with this new mastery. And in the end, the biggest defensive layer is the full screen freeze. It's crazy. I'm in 500 delve, just cruising. Reminds me of VGS when it had the always stuns tag. That was crazy. Overall, this is one of my favorite builds of all time. Always thought to give the Hayforge Fisher build the lead build of the league in terms of power, but man, this build is just fun. There's really something different about the way the play style, the mouthfeel, the visuals, just running around and shattering everything. I've hopped on like this ooh, restrict filter, because honestly, I just don't want to pick anything up. I just want to run around. Once again, this is not a build guide, just a showcase. Although I'd love some feedback or whatever innovations you have. Like, you know, I want to pass through here so I can get the jewel slot back. Or, I don't know, maybe Herald of Ice on a 4-link. Yeah. Just let me know how I can improve my build or any sick tech you got. Thanks.